Alrighty, it looks like we're live on the YouTubes and the Twitches. A little delayed today. Had some last minute work to do. Just put my links in the chat and we'll get going here on the after show. Alright, let's get going. The first thing we do is... Actually, I do talk sometimes. Let's see, and we'll see what show number it is. It's 264 today. Number 264. Alright, listen for the drum taps. Like all plans, it starts with step one. $1,000 emergency fund. Step two, you pay off all your debt. Except mortgage, we don't do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of the charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step 3 is next. Full emergency fund of expenses. You stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey and this is his plan. And I'd like to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach, that's why I coach, and why I host this after show. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, then you should do Dave's baby steps. Now step 4 is when you can take a breath and go less gazelle and invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loans at all for college. 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. And now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach, that's why I coach, and why I host this YouTube show. If you don't like the way it's working out, then you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Trumpet, take it home. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show After Show. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial, and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. The link is at the top of the chat and the video description below. You can email me about anything, yes, anything, especially if you'd like to sing the Baby Steps song instead of me. You can do that at CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can reach me on Instagram. Add me on the gram. Coach Steve Money, no spaces. If you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, it's paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. All right. How's it going, Sid? How's your life and stuff? And that's where you would talk about your life and stuff while I take a drink and relax for a second and don't have to carry all the content. All right, today's Ramsey Show hosts were Dr. John Geloni was in for the first segment to promote his book, and then he got on a jet plane to go off to, I think, Dallas, where he was going to be signing books tonight or tomorrow or something. Anyway, Dave Ramsey and Ken Coleman was for the rest of the show. Ken Coleman was the co-host for the rest of the show. Dave Ramsey did all 3 hours. Market report. And let's go ahead and give it one more because it was so bad. Alright, so this is major sale. It's on major sale. And we have the most down. NASDAQ, almost 4% down today. And that, of course, means that I will not be winning fantasy mutual funds for today. I didn't win yesterday either. AJ did. Let's see. We got the Russell Small Cap Index, 3.26% down. And the Dow and the S&P in the 2s. Good morning, Julia. It's me, Joe. Earnings calendar. Maybe we'll get some earnings. I forget who reported already. Was it wasn't it Alphabet? Whoops, if I could spell it correctly. Alphabet stock. Alright, as you can see, all down all day. Let's see, didn't they? Reports weak earning and revenue on big YouTube miss. Uh-oh. It says they fall, MarketWatch says they fall just short of estimates. So that's different. That's differently worded than the CNBC, but still. Let's see. That's the previous quarter. All right, 1, 2, 3, and then shouldn't it be 4, 5, 6 for the next quarter? Let's see, what is EPS? Earnings per something, maybe? I don't know. Let's look up that as well. EPS stands for earnings per share. Okay, gotcha. All right. So anyway, today, actually already, Microsoft's came out. Let's check that. All right, and oh look, they must have had a good report because they are up in futures. After hours trading, they are up already. So quarter 3 2022, they beat the earnings per share estimate and beat the revenue 0.63% as well. So good for Microsoft, and hopefully that's a good omen for other people report in soon. which is the artist formerly known as Facebook, Meta Platforms. Got a story about them shortly. And that is tomorrow after close. And then Thursday is Twitter and Apple and Amazon. So that'll be a fun day. And then May 3rd is Advanced Micro Devices, AMD. Boom, 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 boom. Julia said, oh, she got to meet John Deloney when he came to Phoenix last week. And it really is the real deal. Not that you doubt it. Did you get a picture with him, Julia? What's up, Ellie? Definitely not alone. Most followed single stocks on the Google today. As you can see, Tesla down 12%. I guess buyers don't like it. Like traders don't like that he got. I find it hard to believe that it's just a coincidence, but that he bought Twitter. Maybe should change the name of it to Tesla instead of Twitter, you think? Probably won't happen. I think he's going to make it a subscription service, which is interesting. I mean, I guess the people that the 5% that do the most of the tweeting, I guess they'll pay to be able to keep doing that. But let's see, we got 4.58% down. Amazon. Everybody else in the threes. Yeah, everybody else in the threes here. All right, now as we said, Alphabet, which owns Google, their earnings per share was down. They still made money. They still had revenue, but the earnings per share was less than expected. Let's see, what else do we do here? We check the rest of the planet. Mostly down in Europe, mostly up in Asia. And currencies, $1 up on the euro, Japanese yen up on the US dollar. US dollar up on the British pound, love, up on the Canadian dollar, and up on the Australian dollar, mate. Which again usually tends to happen when the market is down. The dollar generally does pretty good, but still down to the yen here. And crypto down pretty good, pretty sizable as well. And that, of course, keeps going. It doesn't stop at 4 p.m. That goes 24 hours. All right, and let's check some of the stories. Dow falls 800 points on recession fears. Let's see. Losses led by mega cap tech stocks as investors wait key corporate earnings reports this week. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell indicated last Friday that there will likely be aggressive interest rate hikes next month. The Dow fell about 980. I don't know about when he says hikes. I wouldn't imagine it would be more than just the 0.5%, but I guess it's possible. Higher rates mean the future earnings will be worth less than they are today. Alright, anything else for... no, I guess that's it. Guess that's all people are worried about. That and Elon buying Twitter and... nope, nothing else. Alright. Oh, I got some cleanup from yesterday. We talked about a custodial Roth IRAs, how you can start one for your kids. The child does have to have earned income, but anyone can do the contribution. Like anybody can provide the cash for the contribution. The parent or grandparents or anybody like that can pay for it. So basically the kids can make the money and spend the money, but the equal amount can be put in a Roth IRA for them. So, and that's how we thought that would work. Boom, boom, boom. Julia did get a picture. Awesome. Well, if you want to email it to me, I can show it on the after show tomorrow if you'd like. Don't have to. All right, Matt Daniels. Maybe you didn't see it in the Ramsey chat when you posted the same thing, but you don't clear debts for Dave Ramsey. You clear them for yourself and your family. Dave just provides a good way to do it. And the most proven way to do it, as also discussed in the Ramsey Show chat today. Yep. Julia Claire gonna add me on the grunt. Julia, have you seen that? That's a quick one I can show. This is where that comes from is, come on, add me on the gram.
Yeah, now 35, man. Y'all know what's going on. Go get your trip up. You know what I'm saying? All mains in the pit. Yeah. Yeah, Charlotte. Yeah. Hey, y'all got Instagram? Yeah. Add me on the ground. Yeah, now.
So that's where that comes from. Let's see, we did Roth IRA. We did that. We're talking about Tesla stock closed down more than 12% after Musk's Twitter deal. Maybe it says why. Continue to fall. Declines. Come just a day after. Showing some of the fall off, maybe a reflection of investor concerns with the deal. They're like, Assuming the deal closes, Musk would be in charge of Tesla, Twitter, and SpaceX. And as you can see, the after hours is up 5%. But of course, it went down 12 today. So for the net 2 days would be -7. But it could go up more than that as well. Let's see if they have any... secured $25.5 billion of fully committed debt, including $12.5 billion in loans against his Tesla stock. Dave would not approve that acquisition of Twitter. Probably wouldn't even approved it if he paid cash. But I will not claim to know if he would say that or not. But I just have a feeling he wouldn't do that. $21 billion in equity. Musk has appeared to want to heavily influence the company's operations. Of course, why would you not buy it and then want to do that? You say, "Oh, I'll buy it and I'll just sit back here and watch." Let's see, which could lead to a time crunch for him, assuming the deal closes. Okay, blah, 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 blah. He also owns two smaller ventures, The Boring Company and Neuralink. What does The Boring Company do, I wonder? Like, I guess mining, perhaps. That was my boring hand gesture there. Let's see. Tesla's been exporting cars from China to the broader Asian and European markets. While it recently opened a factory in Austin, Texas, and another in Brandenburg, Germany, the company is just beginning to increase productions in these locations. Yes, and they raised their expectations in their last earnings report. They raised expectations of how many cars they would be able to ship. Yeah. Yeah, I think Atlanta, I think, is where that kid is. He has the north side, which means north side in English, north side shirt on. So I don't know. This is from Vice.com in their motherboard section. Facebook doesn't know what it does with your data or where it goes. This is from a leaked document. It says, we do not have an adequate level of control and explainability over how our systems use data, Facebook engineers say in leaked document. All right. describes internally a tsunami of privacy regulations all over the world. Yup, government do take a bite. Built systems with open borders. The results of these open systems and open culture is well described with an analogy. Imagine you hold a bottle of ink in your hand. This bottle of ink is a mixture of all kind of user data. You pour that ink into a lake of water, our open data systems, our open culture, and it flows everywhere. How do you put that ink back in the bottle? How do you organize it again such that it only flows to allowed places in the lake? All right, I guess that's a good analogy, maybe. I'm not an engineer, but I don't know. Document was written last year by Facebook privacy engineers on the ad and business product team, whose mission is to make meaningful connections between people and business. That sounds like a great thing that would be written in a this is what your job is manual, which sits at the center of our monetization strategy and is the engine that powers Facebook's growth. All right. Anything else? That probably basically explains it. We will not use X data for Y purposes. Can't confidently make control policy changes or external commitments such as we will not use X data for Y purpose. Yeah, I mean, if you're not in control of it, it could accidentally go to X data could go to Y purpose. All right. I guess that's what it is. Cool. Also, speaking of, oh no, this is, I was thinking that was a Tesla logo. It's not. It's the Tom's Hardware logo, tomshardware.com, and this article just says Russia legalizes shady imports of AMD, Intel, and Apple goods to dodge sanctions. And so I guess that's how you get a hot processor, something like that. Obviously, what if those would be stolen, or I guess just bought by somebody that can buy them, and then that buyer sells them to Russia. I would assume. Boom. Yeah, Neuralink. I've heard of that. Yeah. Yep. Yes, I've heard of that one. Boring does traffic, tunnels, cargo salute. Right. Okay. Cool. Thanks, Ellie. Ellie knows her stuff. Ellie coming in with the knowledge today. Thank you. This from QZ.com. Your no annual fee credit card is costing you $700 a year, U.S. retailers say. And that means, because you're going to get a surcharge. They're going to pass it on to you. Because they're being charged for it. So they're going to pass that on to you. So, yeah, again, you gotta take that 700 and you gotta subtract that from any reward points. And it's from CNBC.com, and Fidelity, as a person said it on a video that I watched over and over again, said Fidelity. I don't know that. I mean, he might have been English or something, from the UK, but he didn't have that accent though. But he still said Fidelity. Anyway, Fidelity is offering 401k investors access to Bitcoin, the first retirement plan provider to do so by the middle of this year. As the nation's largest retirement plan provider, Fidelity's decision could make crypto even more popular and mainstream. Regulators have urged caution against involving cryptocurrencies in 401ks, citing speculation, volatility, and high valuations for their concerns. And yeah, the regulators do want to take a bite of the crypto. But and of course Dave Ramsey does not recommend any virtual currency. And we have talked before about on the show that millennials have more virtual currency than they do stocks and mutual funds. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Ellie says boring company tunnels are pretty cool. They're like the car version of a moving walkway underground. Oh, that is fun. That is fun. And so you could possibly imagine where travel would be like that everywhere. Then you would have maybe, you could have that like on highways and stuff. It could be, it'd be like your car goes in, I guess it locks into the thing or whatever. And there could be, even for people that don't have cars, they could just walk on there and sit down and just go. That would be the future. That would be technology. All right, let's see what we got going on the Dave Ramsey subreddit. Again, not run by Ramsey Solutions. On Facebook, the Ramsey Baby Steps community is the one that the Ramsey Solutions runs. And it says California has some boring company tunnels already. I'm sure. I don't know. There's been there's like so many there's been so many news stories about like what sound like underground explosions or stuff like that have been reported all over, and there hasn't been any explanation for them. And so, I mean, maybe it's just that, or maybe the government version of doing that, since they just haven't been readily explained. Don't know. But there's Mr. Strawn on Baby Step 3, from intensity to intentional. Approaching the completion of Baby Step 3 during Steps 4, 5, and 6. I'm saving up cash for fun purchases, correct? You can, yeah, absolutely. I.e. vacations, new TV, new car, etc. I feel like I'll be gazelle intense until Baby Step 7. What are your thoughts? Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of people, I mean, that is, just like it says in the song, in Step 4, you can take a breath. That's when you do start investing, and that's saving for kids' college, and anything extra goes to the house. But you can start sinking funds. You can start saving you can go on vacations. Basically, you're in charge. Anything you budget, you can take care of. So if you're going to be needing a new car, I wouldn't get one instead of paying off the house. But you can get one. You're in charge of your budget. And you've earned that right by getting to Step 4, because you were able to do all that stuff to get to from Baby Step 0 to Step 4. So you've earned the right to do that. So some people don't like it. Some people don't like getting to Step 4 because they don't see things moving as fast, because it's a long race for those things, because you got to wait till your kid normally grows up to go to college, so you're only saving a little bit at a time for that, a little bit out of each paycheck, and you're investing 15% of gross income in that. I mean, that's exciting, that's fun. Not that fun on a day like today, but I mean, that's fun to do. But you're not like actually doing something. It's not a like go thing. And so some people don't like that at all, and they feel listless when that happens. And so, yeah, you just got to adjust. It's a different #season. It's a different season when you get to Step 4. And so, yeah, and it depends on whoever's writing this, Mr. Strawn. Maybe if there's a Mrs. Strawn, maybe she feels very strongly about some vacations or a new TV or a new car and such. And and you don't have to be as tight as stuff. You don't have to deny your kids so much stuff. So Yeah, but all that's up to you. You and spouse are in charge of the budget, so it's whatever you guys want to do. See what else. No rudeness or trolling. No comments. All right, 33 comments on this though. Best response to braggy in-laws who keep pushing us to use credit cards for the rewards. Braggy in-laws. This from Snoo63541. Baby step 2. So there's that as well. Still in baby step 2 and have stopped using our credit cards completely. Cut them up, in fact. So it's cash or debit. The in-laws. So this was written by the spouse. That is not the spouse's parents. Or not the person that's writing parents, but the spouse's parents instead. So, but they think we're crazy. So they brag about using credit cards for air miles, points, cash back, etc. They say they pay them off every month. What can I say to my in-laws so they realize I'm not being stupid for not taking advantage of credit cards? Well, because you're not using them. We just found out. Where was it? We just found out your no-fee annual fee credit card is costing you $700 a year. So you got to subtract that from any reward points or miles or so forth. And also, on top of that, there are some places that do charge a surcharge. So you're being charged that on top of anything else. So yeah, it just I'm sure some of these comments, let's take a look at them. I'm sure some of them will I'm sure some of them will say, oh, you should be. They'll agree with the in-laws. Let's see, not really good gotcha, nor is it appropriate. Right, if they push the issue, you can say most studies say you spend 10% more when you use a credit card, right? Just, not in the, and that's just saying, well, like that, as opposed to and gotcha with the quick comeback there. So you're not stupid for not using credit cards, and they're not stupid for using credit cards. Yes, they are. It's possible they are truly sharing this because they want to benefit the same way they have. I mean, I guess that's possible. They could be thinking it's a great thing and want you to do the great thing as well, I guess. And that would be the absolute most benefit of the doubt you can give any credit card user at all. Let's see, there you go. It's passionate credit card user myself. I think your in-laws are being dicks. Using credit cards can be a chore and stressful experience, but Cindy's a passionate credit card user. That's upsetting. Hopefully that works out all right. Weird to me how many people following a money plan end up conversations with other people about their money plan. There's nothing wrong with not soliciting advice. Yeah, if you're only getting that after you say something about not using credit cards because you're trying to give them something that will help their life. If you're trying to do that and then you get the pushback, you can't really complain about that. Boom, boom, boom. You probably should say nothing to your in-laws about it. Your husband should man up and tell his parents to stop bringing it up. Right, if they are. I mean, if they are like constantly doing that, but otherwise you just say, oh, we're going to do this plan. This plan is proven to work, so we're going to do this. And you drop it. Salty Spittoon Reg, I think we've read something from that person before. Baby step 3 flare. If you don't like the way certain people are dressed. Okay. Personal finance with you, never bring up the subject yourself, right? Got an outline here. Look at that. Classy. If they bring it up, just say, I really appreciate your input, but I think we just differ, right? So like I just said, we're going to do this plan that works, so, if their nice way of telling them, THEIR, if their nice way of telling them to stop doesn't work for you, you're going to have to get a little bit more firm, a little bit. Okay, cool. You say, okay, cool, and that's it. from Pile of Rocks. That's good. Is that how Elon Musk and Warren Buffett made all their money? Credit card rewards? Ooh, that's a decent one, but I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go that way. The only reason not to use credit cards is if you will overspend with them. Well, even if you don't overspend, and even if you pay them all off, you still have to pay extra, as we just found out. Even on the no annual fee, but some of them there's a big fee on. You're looking for magic words and there are none, right? This person all about the points. Seems like about half of them are credit card users, half of the commenters. Depends on the approach you want to take. You could adopt the blah blah and just say they're giving a thumb up, change the subject. All right. So yeah, it seems about half and half credit card users, and I mean, I guess that's what you get when you have the biggest platform. I guess when you have the system that has been proven to work the most, then you're gonna have to be the forum for people to that disagree with it, that think they can do that. This is from Fishing Bowling 37. Friends think I'm crazy. If you're crazy, you can do it. You're doing it right. Baby step 2. Did any of you have friends, family, coworkers think you were crazy for trying to follow the baby steps? I'm trying to think if we got any pushbacks or not. People didn't understand. They didn't get it, but nobody said you're crazy for doing that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember anybody ever actually saying, I think you're crazy, or I think you're stupid for doing that, or anything like that. Mostly just people not understanding why. And of course, once my ex-wife and I got out of debt, then we proved that part worked. Definitely they didn't. Nobody really wanted to talk about it, I don't think, after that point, from what I recall. But I didn't get people thinking we're cray. What next? No, we didn't do that yesterday, because yesterday was more than 10 hours ago. That's from Amateur Reader. Amateur Speller as well. Kidding, I kid. What next? Baby step 2. Is baby step 3 after that? Oh no, let's see what they want. Paid off my car. I already have $1,000 in savings. All I have left is credit card debt. Ideally, how long should it take to pay off my credit card debt? As fast as you can. The person gives their numbers, so we could probably figure it out. But basically, it's you cut any of the stuff you can. $250 phone every month. Beep, beep, boo doo. $130 internet. That must be cable too. Drop cable. That's your minimums for that. $1.60 cash rewards card. Minimum payment. That's why you don't use those, because it could become that. No, but I'm responsible. I'm disciplined. $385 for the cash rewards card. I get it. Okay, discover minimum payment. Cash rewards minimum payment. $385 for the cash rewards card. $385. So yeah, that's how that can go. Gas 100 to 150. Go less places if you can. If there's more than one car, try to double up sometimes if you can. Therapy, $80. Right, tithe, 100. Groceries, 200 to 250. That's not crazy. It depends on how many people is involved. If you have $250 a month and you are just paying, if that's just one phone, which I guess it could be for a brand new iPhone, I guess the paying off the phone and the plan could be that, but yeah. But if this has like subscriptions or anything in it, you can cut that out. But if you guys have any budget suggestions or ways to cut costs, greatly appreciated. 42 comments. I'm sure they took care of this person. But yeah, we get that all the time. People want to compare, and people want like an exact. They say, well, what should my emergency fund be? How much money should my emergency fund be? No one knows, because it is 3 to 6 months of your expenses. First of all, you decide whether you want to do 3 months or 6 months. 3 months, it's fine for somebody that doesn't have any life or job drama at all. No problem with income at all, and it's not going to go anywhere. So 3 months is fine. And you can always just start if there starts to be some kind of life drama, even if it's something good like pregnancy or something like that. Then you just stop, all other spending, and then you do you pile up cash. You stop all the paying off debt. If you're on step 3, then you're just piling up debt. You're piling up cash anyway to fill the emergency fund. Alrighty. High internet could be satellite or in an area more remote. Yeah, that's true. Looks like they live more rural with the expenses listed. Yeah, that could be. Yeah, try not to live in a more rural area. Otherwise, you're gonna have to pay for that. All right, this is another language. 13 hours ago. What would Dave do? Flair. How am I doing? Asking what Dave would do. Firstly, no, we don't have any debt. Great. Wife and I live in Japan, U.S. Navy, I think, right? No, the way. She's graduated with a bachelor's debt-free. Excellent. She's an English teacher and isn't behind on any bills. We have $30K in savings. We've gotten rid of almost all our subscriptions. We both save $1K a month. I put a couple hundred each month in my Roth, and my job matches me 5%. In that account, I think I have $7K in Roth and $6K, not including 30K savings, right? Moving to Cali. Do. At the end of the year, and I'm looking for some advice on what to do with our money to maximize it for 3 years until we move back to Japan. Oh man. Okay, so with this one, 30K savings. I would still invest probably. Yeah, I would still invest, but the rest of it you're just piling up cash probably to make sure you can move back, that you will have the money to move back, etc. Depends on what's going on with, like, if you have a house there. Hopefully you're not planning on buying a house to live in California for 3 years only. Hopefully you're not trying to do that. But yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, you could go ahead and keep investing, because you don't have any debts, right? Been buying on any bills. Boom. Oh, didn't have any debt. Yeah, he says right there. Okay, my bad. So yeah, let's see if the OP. Nope, no extra from the OP. Original poster there on their other story, but yeah, it would depend on like anything else, like what housing is going to be. If there's not a problem with the income in having enough to move back, to totally cash flow moving back, yeah, then especially if you're planning on buying a house in Japan, you just go ahead and start saving your down payment now. You can do the 3B and the 4 at the same time by investing. already. But other than that, any other money would just go to basically a emergency fund or slash do the emergency fund. If you need more than $3K in an emergency fund, do that. Otherwise, that's good for emergency fund. And then you just pile up the rest of the cash for your oncoming move back to Japan and perhaps a house if that's what you want to buy. So, didn't say anything about any other expenses coming up or anything like that. So, yep, I think that's what you should do. We did that one already. All right. Let's see. Shout out to Rural Poops. Shout out to Rural Peeps from LA. She's got a yeehaw for you guys. Yep, that satellite internet do take a bite, don't you? Let's see, what do we got? Upcoming streams tomorrow morning, probably early, like 4 or 5 a.m. Between 4 and 6 a.m. probably. The Curse of Oak Island No Cab recap. That is pre-recorded. Excuse me. And tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Old Man Video Gaming, and do that Wednesdays and Saturday nights. Have started playing The Last of Us, the first game. Let's see, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Hey, it's this show, the Ramsey Show Aftershow show, and 6 p.m. Eastern Time, right after the Ramsey Show ends, the Ramsey Show video. And Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, tech support with Coach Steve Money. And on that, I do exactly what I did on the Ramsey subreddit, but I go to the tech support subreddit and use my 25 plus years of being a PC tech to break down questions and answers and such. All right. Had 406, picked up one in the past few days. Yep, still 406, so that's great. Some places still have dial-up. Yeah, oh, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. I mean, and that's fine. I couldn't imagine how bad that would be after having high-speed internet. To have to go back to the dial-up and be like, all right. So, give my plugs again, and these links can be found at the top of the chat and in the video description below and on the right side of my YouTube banner as shown here. And you can click on the schedule the free consultation if you got money problems or you just want to make sure you're on the right track. You can click that link and click financial coaching consultation assessment, and then you can choose the day, like for example Wednesday, May the 4th be with you. And then you click your time, and then Calendly will email me to let me know when you would like that appointment, and I'll email you back and let you know what information I need in order to accurately assess you. PayPal is for donations, and that is paypal.me/CoachSteveMoney if you like what's going on my channel and what I do and want to support me. That's a great way to do it. Best way is to subscribe and definitely like and comment. And let's see, Instagram, add me on the ground, is Coach Steve Money. Anything else? Oh, if you want to talk about anything on my channel, the money stuff, Oak Island, video gaming, computer stuff, or the songs that I've written, including the Baby Step song. And if you would like to sing the Baby Step song, you can certainly do that. You can send me a recording of you doing it. It can be just audio recording. Doesn't have to be a video recording, but that's up to you. Or we can do it live. We do have the technology to do that. So give me a shout on the email, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com, and make smart financial decisions every day.